let's first get started and take a look at how crude and gold are faring this afternoon. First up, let's put the spotlight on crude, which is trading just about flat, still is steady around that $68 per barrel level when it comes to Brent. On the other hand, we have WTI, which is trading near that $63 per barrel mark. Let's also take a look at why these rates have remained range bound in today's trading session. First of all, the market is weighing outlook on India's Russian crude flows. As this comes against the backdrop of White House advisor criticizing yet again India's oil purchases from Russia. However, this was after India's refiners had resumed Russian crude buys despite the pressure that we were facing in terms of commentary coming from the US with respect to tariffs. However, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has also contradicted this view and said that India is not really the biggest buyer of Russian oil. Now, apart from that, analysts are slightly bearish when it comes to the outlook with OPEC plus supply and rising inventories. And that's the reason why Brent is largely range-bound in today's trade, trading around that $68 per barrel mark when it comes to Brent. Apart from that, let's also discuss gold, which is also steady around that $3,335 an ounce mark. Now, why this downtick is coming, a 0.3% downtick is what we are seeing approximately. This because traders have cut their bets on a September Fed rate cut. This alongside strong US manufacturing data, and that is buying inflation worries. And that's why the outlook on gold is slightly, on the negative side with 0.3% downtick is what we are seeing as of now. Apart from that, Fed officials have also struck a hawkish tone ahead of the Jerome Powell's speech later today at the Jackson Hole Symposium. And that's the reason why, gold is trading slightly down on the downward side. But next up, let's shift focus to a highly debated issue, that is palm oil. No palm oil campaign that several corporates have time and again led to promote their healthy snack lines. But is palm really unhealthy? Well, Oil Technologists Association of India argues that these claims lack scientific evidence and risk misleading consumers. Now, to understand this better, we are now joined by Dr. Rajeev Churi, who is the president of the Oil Technologists Association of India. Hi, sir. Very good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have been reading your reports. I just wanted to understand, you've said that this no palm oil campaign has really no scientific backing. So does this really mean that palm oil is actually a healthy choice?
I see any oil taken in the responsible quantity is good for the health. Okay. So see the basically what we believe it's this narrative is just distorting the facts. There is no scientific evidence that palm oil is bad for the health. In fact, the palmitic acid in the palm oil is a very good, is required for your health and nutrition. And if you see the scientifically towards the chemical structure of the triglyceride, the palmitic acids in this triglyceride structure, basically in such a way that it doesn't get absorbed much into the body, like, okay, it's only we call it 87% is in a position we call it 1,3 position. It's a technical term. Sorry for a technical term. Only 13% is the saturated fatty acid which gets absorbed in the simple terms. So the narrative which we believe is not like will not stand the what are these sort of what we call it a distortion. So it's not a fact. So it's scientifically proven. There are a lot of studies have been conducted across global, and it has been proven that the palm oil is as good as any other oil. Of course, we recommend all the consumers to rotate the oil and have the blends of oil, because anytime you require the proper combination of saturated as well as the unsaturated combination of fatty acids, which is good for health. So we have a very good oils in India, like rice bran oil or sunflower oil, soya oil, and groundnut oil. So you can rotate the oil or you can blend the oils. And soya, as you know, the palm oil is widely consumed and widely cultivated. It's the largest 40% output of the global is the palm oil. So as a food security, this campaign, what is going on, we are a little worried on that, because as a food security, palm oil is a must. And if you see the per hectare output of any oil seed, palm oil succeed or supersedes any output. Right. So palm oil is very important for the our oil industry or as a cooking oil.
Absolutely. So it is an important oil when it comes to a cooking oil. But sir, just like you were talking about, the other oils that are present in the edible oil, that is the vegetable oil market, nutritionally, if you could just compare it for us, you've already told us the nutrition value of palm oil. But if you could compare with its peers, like sunflower oil or soybean oil, maybe. So especially in the fat content, if you could help us with that.
Right. See, each oil has peculiarities. Each oil has specialities. So each oil has the nutrients also. So like palm oil contains some good nutrients. I won't list it now, and they are good for the health, for all your body functions. So similarly, all the oils have their own nutrients, micronutrients. So all good for it. And each oil has a special or peculiar, we call it fatty acid composition that gives the chemical and physical characteristics to each oil. Okay, so you cannot say that one oil is a good, a single. We cannot point out this is a good oil for the cooking, because each has, if you have a monosaturation like a sunflower or safflower oil, in like an Indian cooking contest, it gets sort of a polymerized. So in that way, palm oil is good because it doesn't get polymerized much. It has the antioxidant properties. So what we suggest is to have the combination of oils. So that is how it is. So that is the, of course, you are listed there. Of course, no, there is no cholesterol in any of the oil. But if you see that you are listed there, they are the micronutrient contents in the palm oil. Uh,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so like sir, you said that we should, sort of rotate. Say maybe we could have palm oil for a
Right.
few days, maybe groundnut for a few days. So that's how one
Right.
must moderate their dietary plans, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. So apart from that, so you were just pointing out that it's sort of concerning from a security point of view, food security point of view. So do you
Right.
believe regulators like FSSAI, they have a role to play here in countering these misleading campaigns, as you've pointed out?
Absolutely. I think we will approach FSSI. It's a very good point because it's just nothing but sort of a marketing, what you call it, one-upmanship. So there is no scientific base. So FSSI, yes, we can play a major role, and we are actively OTAI will be a part of it. Yeah. See, if you see in the in the history, there was a sort of a mustard oil. People came out against the mustard oil. People came out against coconut oil, but no scientific basis. Yeah, even mustard oil is a very good oil for a cooking oil as a.
All right, so sir, that's about nutrition. But when we talk about, on the production side, if you could help us, what kind of support is being given to farmers to adopt palm oil so that they can grow it? And how is, India particularly avoiding the deforestation concerns that have been flagged abroad with respect to palm oil?
Absolutely. The sustainability has to be a way of life. There is no second thought about it. So the Indian government has they have a initiative by government, and like as I said, there is a national mission for edible oils. We call oil palm, and the mission is committed to escalate the oil plantation. And the government is aiming for around 11.2 lakhs tons by the end of 26. So this is a government initiative for the to promote the palm oil. Yeah, only issue is that palm oil is a long-term oil. It's a 5 years oil. So we encourage farmers to take a sort of product mix. They can have a co-plant, or they have different types of crops or produce can be done at the same time. So they will be having the sustained income also till the palm oil start giving the fruit. Yeah.
Okay. And so lastly, before we let you go, of course, the festive season is upon us. So what kind of demand are you expecting with respect to palm oil, and what kind of pricing trends could we see in the coming few months?
Well, pricing trends will be little bit till they will go up. There is not much of like a jump, or because it's a seasonal. It's a seasonal. Of course there are many factors for the oil prices. But yes, there will be marginal increase, not much increase in the coming days. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir. We'll let you go on that note. It was lovely speaking with you. And, thank you so much for clarifying the health benefits of palm oil compared to its peers as well. And in moderation, in moderated quantities is what you can consume, is the word coming from. Rajeev, sir, thank you so much for joining. On that note, we'll let you go.
Pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, then. Let's